Hello everybody, if you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. Today I'm excited to be sharing a eyeshadow tag video with you guys. Now, I saw this video originally posted by Samantha March, and she did a collab with Ali Glines, I'm not sure, I don't really watch her, I just maybe checked her out yesterday. But anyways, they did a collab tag on this with a little gift card giveaway, and so I messaged my friend Lauren from LittleBlushing Birdie, and we are going to do a tag on that with the giveaway as well. So really quickly, I just want to tell you about Lauren. So her YouTube/blog is LittleBlushing Birdie. I met her through Ipsy.os when we went to Generation Beauty together one time, and we just sort of clicked and became like YouTube friends, and we keep in touch on social media and like through Insta and Twitter DMs. Oh, good news, yay! Filming intro. Sorry guys, she literally just messaged me what her palette picks are. So anyways, we just sort of connected, and I think our content is very similar. I think we're both very sort of like classy and like pretty and everyday and approachable. She is a total sweetheart, so I'm excited to be doing this collab with her. We have collabed before, and I really hope that the travel ban is lifted soon and that Generation Beauty happens again so we can see each other again. She lives in the kind of the northeast United States area, so not that far from me in Toronto. Anyways, she is just super sweet. Her content is beautiful. I think you guys will enjoy her, so definitely check her out. Now quickly onto the giveaway. So the way the giveaway is going to work, now first of all, I'm so sorry to all my international subscribers. You guys know I do lots of giveaways that you guys can participate in. This one in partnership with Lauren is going to be open to the US and Canada, because she's in the US and I'm in Canada. And basically all you have to do is subscribe to both of our channels, leave a comment on both of our videos saying, you know, something about the video, maybe an eyeshadow palette you liked or you didn't like, or maybe we got something wrong and there's a palette you love that we don't like, or whatever, and then tell us where in Canada or the States you're from. We're each going to pick a winner. The Canadian winner is going to get a $25 Sephora gift card from me. We're just going to do like an e-gift card. And Lauren, the American winner, is going to get a $25 either a Sephora or an Ulta gift card. I believe Lauren is letting the winner pick, but go to her videos for details for the US winner. So kind of just a fun, like, cross-border beauty YouTuber tag giveaway. Again, I originally saw this posted by Samantha March, who I also met through Ipsy.os. She is also such a sweetheart, so check out her channel, check out Ali's channel. If Samantha says Ali's great, I'm sure Ali's great. And yeah, anyways, so let's get into the tag. So when Samantha originally posted this tag, she had mentioned that it was sort of inspired by TikTok. And when I saw that, that really hit home for me because I have been on TikTok way too much. It is driving my husband crazy. And I've been doing a lot of those, like eyeshadow check. I did the Louis Vuitton lover check. I created my own Kate Spade lover check, which nobody did. Anyways, I've been doing a lot of those. I think those are really fun, sort of like 1 minute, really quick videos. So check out my TikTok. It's at Classy on the Run. So as I mentioned, Lauren did just send me the palettes that she's picking. I wasn't sure if we were going to do a surprise or not, but I would definitely say looking at hers, you are going to see some similar trends, and from her I think you're going to see a lot of different brands. She is amazing at using sort of newer brands, indie brands, small business brands, and she definitely, through her channel, you know, one of the palettes on her list is a Juvia's palette, Juvia's Place palette, and it's not really widely available in Canada, but last time I was in the States I did go to Ulta and buy a mini one just because I've seen her raving about them. So her list is similar but different. Let's get into this. So the first prompt is your newest palette, and I'm showing two, and I'm going to explain why. So first up we have Too Faced Born This Way, the Natural Nudes. This is the newest palette that I've actually used. As you can see, lots of pretty nudes. You've got rose golds, bronzes, golds. It's just like rosy, pink, pretty. It is really pretty. And that was sent to me in PR a little while ago, like maybe 2 months ago or so. And I've been using it. I've loved it so much. one of my lawyer friends was looking for a beautiful everyday palette, and I did recommend this one. I've been really enjoying it. So this is my newest one that I've actually used. But technically my newest one is actually Violet Voss Creme Brulee, which is super, super pretty. As you can see, it is completely untouched. You've got some like golds, a little bit more of an orange, it's a very fall palette. Anyways, I got this in my Ipsy bag. I think it was an add-on. I think it was $10. I've never used this brand before, but I know Lauren has, so you might see some Violet Voss in her video. Anyways, I have never used this brand, and it's listed as fun-sized. It just looked like a really great palette to have at work and to travel with, and I know a lot of YouTubers sort of rave about it, but that is my newest palette. I haven't touched it yet, so I can't tell you anything about it. The next prompt is your oldest palette. If you've been around my channel, you probably won't be surprised. So forgive the palette that it's in. This is just a little Glam RX that I got in a subscription box 1,000 years ago. It's a mini magnetic palette. But can you name that palette? Do you know what's in there? Do you know what that is? Okay. So this palette, oh my god, my cat is at the door. So this palette is the Too Faced Natural Eyes palette. In the original packaging, it was in cardboard. I don't use this anymore, but I do keep it as just sort of a reminder to myself. Not every eyeshadow from that palette is in here. Some of them I use to death, but most of the eyeshadows in this mini palette that I don't use because it is so old are from the Natural Eyes palette, which I got in high school as like my first high-end palette. High school was a while ago, guys. But they then did it in a metal pan, and then they did it in a plastic pan, and I have the metal and the plastic, and my biggest regret is that I depotted it from the cardboard because I wish I just kept it for like memory's sake. But there was this time, and I probably should have known that I would have regretted it, but there was a time on YouTube where everyone was like depotting things. It was like the cool trendy YouTuber thing to do, and I was like, I'm a fancy beauty blogger, I will do that. And yeah, kind of regret it because I wish I could have compared them all. But that is my oldest palette, and no, I do not use it. Okay, now we are on to your most expensive palette, coming in at 95 Canadian dollars. We have the Charlotte Tilbury Starry Eyes to Hypnotize palette. It has 12 shades in it. To be honest, I only use 6. I really only use like the rose gold and gold half. But the formula is incredible. The colors are so, so pretty. The palette is pretty. It has a big mirror. It is so satisfying. I love it. I do really want to pick up the Pillow Talk one, and I will. I haven't yet. I thought I would pick it up in the sale, but then I didn't. So anyways, this is my most expensive palette, and I do not regret it in the slightest. Okay, so next up we are on to the most affordable palette. Now, if you guys are familiar with my channel, I really don't use a lot of drugstore. I'm definitely a Sephora addict. I love expensive makeup and purses and travel, and yeah. Anyways, I really love high-end products, and I don't really use a lot of drugstore. So my most affordable palettes are the ColourPop palettes, and I probably have like 10 of them, which is a bit unnecessary, but they're great. They're about, I want to say they're like $18 US. But you get 12 shades. This one is the Give It To Me Straight palette, which is definitely very rose gold. This one is the Double Entendre palette, which is still very rose gold, but a little bit more mattes in there. And anyways, these are my most affordable palettes, but they don't really feel so affordable when you convert the US to Canadian dollar and then you pay duties. But technically, these are my most affordable palettes. I might have some palettes that are cheaper, but those ones are really great quality and have a lot more shadows than the cheaper ones. So I was sort of looking for the best value rather than just cheapest, just so you kind of have some context. Okay, for my everyday palette. I definitely switch it up a lot when you have as many eyeshadows as I do. And this one has not been my everyday one lately because I've been playing with this one. But it is also by Too Faced. It is a classic. It is a cult favorite. It is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar. So as you can see, this palette looks really dirty. It's because I use it all the time. And I've been using it for a long time. This one has kind of stood the test of time in my collection. If you can see right here, I actually have a little case that holds about 10 eyeshadow palettes that I can reach for anytime when I'm doing my makeup. And this one, for everyday looks, is just always on hand. Okay, so on to my most colorful palette. If you guys are familiar with my channel, you guys know that I don't really do a lot of color. I do rose gold, I do gold, I do neutrals, I do brown. But my most colorful palette I got in a recent BoxyCharm. It was the BoxyCharm collab with Fenty Beauty, and that is the Moroccan Spice palette. This is my most colorful because look at all those colors. You've got pinks, you've got blues, you've got yellows, you've got just a whole bunch of colors I don't typically reach for. I have told myself I am going to explore this palette. I definitely want to try that teal. I haven't really used it a lot. I've used it once or twice, but both times I definitely stuck in the pink family. But this is my most colorful palette. Okay, we are on to my smallest palette, and I actually had to measure. So I thought my smallest palette would be the Too Faced Chocolate Chip, but I put it up beside my Tartiste Pro Glow, and it is a little bit smaller. So that is my smallest palette, the Tartiste Pro To Go. Now I will say I did not include any quads. I don't really think of an eyeshadow quad as a palette. I don't know if that makes sense, but I don't really think of them like palettes. I think of them as quads. And so this one has 6 shades in it. Again, you're sticking in those very Alana shades of golds and purples and pinks and mattes and shimmers. And I really like this palette because it is great to travel with. The only thing I will say is if I ever am traveling with this palette, I will typically bring one more like a brow bone color, but I can often just use whatever highlighter I'm bringing. But this is a really cute little palette. It has traveled with me and I really like it. Okay, time for my biggest palette. Without a doubt, it is this one. It is the Too Faced Then and Now eyeshadow palette. It was celebrating their 20 years. I mean, first of all, like, do you see how big that is? It is massive. And then you've got a massive mirror, which is cool. And then for the eyeshadows, you've got their 1998 collection and then their 2018 collection. So I've had this palette for a while and I honestly don't reach for it for 2 reasons. I mean, maybe this is my most colorful. It's very colorful. I don't reach for it. And also it's really big, so it doesn't fit on my vanity, so it ends up in my makeup drawer, so sometimes I kind of forget I have it. And it's just really awkward to store. But I really appreciate the concept behind it, and it is really pretty, so I'm never going to get rid of it, I think. But it is kind of cool just to see how far the brand has come, but this is my biggest palette. Okay, my palette with the best memory. This one was a really interesting prompt, because it's really hard. Like, it's hard, guys. But I went with the Naked 3, and I went with that one. So there's what it looks like. I haven't used this one in a long time, but my husband, back when he was my boyfriend, purchased this for me for Valentine's Day, possibly for our 2nd Valentine's Day, and we've been together for 7 years, so it's old. But he gave it to me, and he thought makeup was dumb, and like, honestly, he still kind of thinks it's dumb. Like, we were in the elevator the other day going for a walk, and he was like, why do you have so much makeup on? You look so much better when you have less on or none. And I was just like, I'm wearing it because I feel pretty. Yeah, so anyways, he got this for me, and I really appreciated that he was supporting my interest and hobbies and things I like, even if he doesn't really care for it. And it's pink, so there's that. Okay, so the next prompt is palette that is worth the hype. And I really had to think about that one. But I went with the Master by Mario palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. That is the palette I'm wearing today. And honestly, today when I was doing my makeup and I was putting it on, I really just fell in love with it all over again. I just re-remembered how buttery and shimmery and beautiful and just beautiful the palette is and how beautiful I feel wearing it. So this was, as you can see, it's dirty because I've used it a lot. I think it's amazing when YouTubers have dirty eyeshadow palettes. Like, not dirty, but like well loved, well used, like not perfect looking. Yeah, this, I just love it. I did a video about this when I started my channel as a tutorial, part of me says go watch it, the other part says that I've grown so much in my ability to film and edit, so don't, but it is up to you. Anyways, I love this eyeshadow palette. It was so hyped. It makes me so sad that it is not a permanent part of Anastasia Beverly Hills collection. I think a lot of people would pretty much die if she did that because it is so beautiful. And again, it has those like taupey, shimmery, goldy, rosy, pinky. Like, are you noticing a trend for what I like? Anyways, I love this palette and I will never get rid of it. And I'm going to be so sad when it expires. I mean, it's probably already past its prime. But like, I'm just going to be so sad when it like truly can't be enjoyed anymore. On the back, it says it's good for 6 months. Let's just ignore that. Okay, next up, we have a palette that is not worth the hype. And I feel like... Okay, so this is the Power of Makeup palette by Nikki Tutorials. And when Nikki posted the Power of Makeup video, like it just went viral. It was incredible. She is obviously so well respected and loved in the beauty community. And Too Faced is one of my favorite brands, but I know that this collab did not go down well. I love Too Faced products. And this particular palette, just like the eyeshadow quality was like patchy and terrible, and the like her big thing is using Champagne Truffle, which is an eyeshadow in the chocolate bar palette, like as a highlight, but apparently they didn't like keep the same formula for the highlighter version. It's not the same as the eyeshadow, and it just wasn't good. And I know it has gotten a lot of hate on YouTube, but I feel like it was hyped when it came out, if that makes sense. Okay, so for my favorite palette from a favorite brand, I know I said that I wasn't going to include quads, but you guys probably, if you've seen any of my videos, will know that Charlotte Tilbury is one of my absolute favorite makeup brands, and I already featured the larger palette, so I didn't want to feature the same thing twice. So I am using a quad, forgive me, I really don't consider this a palette. I do want to get her Pillow Talk palette, but I just haven't yet. And that is the Exaggerize quad by Charlotte Tilbury. Of all of her quads, she has a lot of quads that kind of repeat shades. Of all of her quads in this shade family, I think this one's the best one because it has a good like underbone, sort of under eyebrow like bone highlight. It has a good matte to go in the crease. It has a beautiful shimmer and a great glitter, and it just, the colors work well together. It's probably the most wearable, and I love it, and it's beautiful. I love you, Charlotte, so much. And my most used palette probably of all time is the Lorac Pro. Lorac? Is it Lorac or Lorac? I don't really know. But PSA to all my Canadians watching, I've heard that this is coming to Shoppers Drug Mart, which is so exciting. This brand was so hard to get in Canada, and there was a time that this was like the palette that beauty YouTubers just, like, if you didn't have this palette, you were not a beauty YouTuber. And I went to the States with my husband as my boyfriend. We went down to Buffalo, and I bought this at Macy's. No, I bought this at Kohl's, and I had like Kohl's cash, and so it was like really cheap, and I just felt like I have made it as a beauty YouTuber and a beauty blogger by having this. And I just felt so special because you can get it in Canada. I was using it all the time, especially Clay, which I still think is a beautiful shade. I actually hit pan on it. But this is just a really nice palette. I know it's not as hyped anymore, and I don't use it as much as I used to, but this one, like, I hit pan on it, and it's like, there's dips in it, and it is just well used. So anyways, that is my eyeshadow palette tag. Definitely check out Lauren's video. And again, if you want to enter the giveaway, it is open to the US and Canada. You have to be subscribed to both me and Lauren. You have to leave a comment on both videos. Please include where in the US or Canada you are from. And to my international friends, you guys know I do lots of international giveaways. There are going to be more international giveaways, don't you worry. But this one is only open to US and Canada. And please, when you tell us where you're from, include a genuine comment about the video, whether it be a palette you agreed with us on, or that you love, or how you'd answer it. Yeah, and check out Samantha and Allie's videos too. I'll leave those linked down below. They are both lovely. I mean, I know Sam and her video is much better, but I'm sure that Ali is lovely too. And anyways, check those out, and I'm really looking forward to hearing from you guys. I hope you enjoyed that video. And to my loyal subscribers, let me know what you think about this filming setup. I've been kind of playing around with it, but this is where I do my makeup every day, so I thought it'd be fun. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to post this for you guys. Okay, talk soon. Bye. Mwah.